You're an entrepreneur or small business owner, right? Are you utilizing Facebook ads or Instagram ads? If not, it's probably because you just don't know how to produce the content. At earlhallstudio.com, we can create an audio commercial as well as video commercials for you to really get attention to your business and make more money. Audio commercials for radio and audio platforms start at just $99. Or you can go all in with a great commercial for your business to be aired online or even on TV, starting at just $197. Get more information at earlhallstudio.com.
Hey folks, welcome into another edition of Align with Your Purpose. I'm your host, Earl Hall, broadcasting live right here on Conversations Radio Network, as well as on my Instagram feed at Align with Your Purpose. Make sure that you follow me there so you can stay up to date with all this great stuff that I'm going to be bringing to you. Look, I'm super excited today about what I'm going to be bringing to you in this episode. I'm going to be talking about how to become an online coach. Now, you may be saying to yourself, well, I'm not a coach, Earl. I don't do this. Why should I listen to this episode? Well, let me just tell you, if you're an entrepreneur, there is always a potential there to have an extended income or another stream of income actually being a coach. Now, depending on what it is that you do, you might be sitting there thinking, like I said before, how the heck am I going to be a coach, Earl? What is it that I have to offer? Well, let me just tell you this. As an entrepreneur, you have a very special skill set, especially if you understand things about marketing, if you understand things about product development, if you understand things about social media, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Facebook, how to utilize cameras, how to utilize audio and microphones and sound. All of these things are things that entrepreneurs need to know. You know, you may literally be a life coach and some other type of thing that has coach attached to the end of it. But one of the things that I know about being a coach, it is one of the most rewarding things that I have ever done. I'm a full-time voice actor, and I'm also a voiceover coach, which that's two completely separate streams of income for me. Also, being a coach on Align with Your Purpose, helping people develop their businesses, going through business development and how you can start, build, and grow a successful business. And one of the things that people, I think, kind of sleep on is kind of the best word I can come up with right now. One of the things that people sleep on is actually producing content in a, what do they call it? How-to form. How-to content. Now, whatever the business that you're in, you can always be producing content, whether it be on YouTube, whether it be in a blog, whether it be on an audio podcast. You can always produce how-to content. And that how-to content is centered around the things that you do that aid and assist your business above and beyond what it is that you're selling. So, I'm a voiceover coach, so I understand how to do voiceover, but I also understand how to build that voiceover business. And so it was a natural progression for me to go into voiceover coaching and be very successful at it because I've already built a successful voiceover business. It's also the reason I'm doing coaching now on business development, because business development is business development. It's that skill set that most people just don't have. You know how to do what you do, but in order to build a business around it, it's a completely other skill set that you have to be able to tap into. Excuse me. Now, one of the things that obviously you're going to need if you're going to be a coach, a business coach, a life coach, whatever the thing is that you want to be, you've got to be developing that audience. And the best way to develop that audience, I'm going to say, is going to be on YouTube. YouTube is the number 2 search engine in the world. And guess what? It's owned by the number 1 search engine in the world, which is Google. So you're going to be able to get a lot of traction by producing how-to videos on a site like YouTube, especially if you understand the algorithms and how things work. And, you know, right now you've got a lot of people complaining about YouTube because they changed their algorithm. But as you'll hear me say, algorithms are going to change. It does not matter. I mean, 2 to 3 times a year, an algorithm is going to change. So just get ready for it. But it does not mean anything to you in regards to whether or not you can actually build a successful coaching practice on YouTube, or develop an audience, I should say, on YouTube by developing how-to videos. You can develop how-to videos on how to do your taxes, how to use a camera, how to use some software platform that's online, whether it's a content management system, whether it's the audio gear that you use like I do to develop shows like this for Conversations Radio Network. It's like the tools that you use to do what it is that you do, those are how-to videos. Whatever those tools are that you use to aid you in building your business, those are how-to videos. And people will believe me, someone wants to know what it is that you know. Someone does not, even if you think it's the most basic thing in the world, believe me, there are people out there that need the information that you have on how to use Instagram, how do you use Twitter, how do you use Facebook, how do you set up a Facebook group? I'm giving you titles of things that you can actually create videos around that people will actually work, whether you believe it or not. But it does not matter how new you are. If you share your journey with people on a site like YouTube and just, as Gary Vee would say, document over create, document something that you're doing, document a process that you're learning, and people will want to know more and more and more about how it is that you have this ability to do these things. Because no matter where it is that you are on the spectrum of knowledge of anything, there is always someone that is 3, 4, 5 steps behind you and just does not understand your level of understanding. And one of the things that is so amazing, one of the best ways to learn is to teach. Really, it is. One of the best ways to learn is to teach. And when you start teaching, one of the things that you see is when people watch your videos or whatever, they'll ask you questions. They'll put in the comments, they've got questions about what it is that you're doing. Now you've got to learn that. And so you stay steps ahead of the people, and the questions that come in make you better and better and better at what it is that you're doing every single time. Now, one of the things that I'm going to do, and before we go to break, I'm going to let you know right now, especially if you're listening to the podcast, in the description for this podcast, there's going to be a lot of links to some things there. I've got some affiliate links that are there, and I'm going to share with you the number one thing that I use to build my coaching practice, which is a website. Everybody needs a website in order to host their training. You can make short video trainings on how-tos that go more in depth than what you did, say, on a YouTube. YouTube obviously is for free content, but when people want to get in depth, they're going to have to pay for a course, and you can set up courses on a website. And I use an amazing platform, and the link is going to be in the description for the podcast, and you'll be able to check that out and see some of the things that I use in order to build my own coaching business, which is I'm going to 3 times what I did last year. I did almost 6 figures in coaching over and above what I did in voiceover last year and other things. So it is a very lucrative thing. And I'm going to probably 3 times that amount this year in my coaching practice because of the tools that I use. So I want to make sure that I share those tools with you, and they're going to be in the description of the podcast. How do you get to the podcast? Let me tell you. I want you to go to alignwithyourpurpose.co. At the top of that website, there is going to be a link that says live broadcast and podcast. Click on that link, and you'll be able to see everywhere where this show is podcasted. You like iTunes? It's on iTunes. You like Spotify? It's on Spotify. So you're going to be able to see there. So I want you to follow me there. And when you click on those links for the podcast, you're going to be able to see all of the links that I'm going to be sharing. And every day that I do this, Monday through Friday, you guys know I come to you Monday through Friday, 10:30 Eastern, 9:30 Central, and 7:30 on the West Coast. So, I do this Monday through Friday, right? Go to the website. I want you to follow me on whatever podcast thing you want to follow me on. They're all going to be listed right there. And you're going to be able to see the links that I use, because those links are going to be some key things for you to click on so that you can really see how it is that I'm doing what I'm doing. All right. I'm going to take a short break right now, but we're going to come back and I'm going to tell you some more things about this great service that I use to build my own coaching practice. And if you're looking to be a coach, which anyone can be, because you've got a skill set, we're going to get into that after the break. I'll see you right after.
Get the book Align with Your Purpose by Earl Hall. Find and walk in your purpose. Get the answers to your questions about life and how to make it exactly what you want are in this book. This is your chance to stop living in a life you hate. Discover how to manifest the life you actually want. Get Align with Your Purpose now on Amazon, paperback, Kindle, or audiobook. You're an entrepreneur or small business owner, right? Are you utilizing Facebook ads or Instagram ads? If not, it's probably because you just don't know how to produce the content. At earlhallstudio.com, we can create an audio commercial as well as video commercials for you to really get attention to your business and make more money. Audio commercials for radio and audio platforms start at just $99. Or you can go all in with a great commercial for your business to be aired online or even on TV, starting at just $197. Get more information at earlhallstudio.com.
All right, folks, thanks so much for keeping it locked right here on Align with Your Purpose. I'm your host, Earl Hall, broadcasting live on Conversations Radio Network as well as on my Instagram feed at Align with Your Purpose. So make sure that you follow me there. And hey, everyone watching me live on Instagram as well as people that will watch the replay of this and the recording, thanks so much for keeping locked in here. Today, we're talking about how to become an online coach. So many people that are in business don't realize they're leaving a whole stream of income on the table. They're letting a whole stream of money just bypass them. Not to say that everybody should be a coach, because everybody can't really do this, but everyone, I believe, has the potential, and everyone, I believe, can learn how to do this. And so I said before we went on break that I was going to share some things about the coaching platform that I use and tell you some things about it. And by the way, don't forget, there's going to be links in the description. So if you're listening to the podcast, anywhere you can hear this on iTunes, Spotify, Anchor, Google Play, a couple of other places that you can hear this podcast. I want to make sure that you follow me there. Just make sure you go to alignwithyourpurpose.co at the top, or the hamburger menu if you're on your phone. Go ahead and press the link that says live broadcast and podcast, and you'll be able to see everywhere it's podcasted, and you'll be able to see all the juicy links that I have in those descriptions on those podcasts. So, one of the things about the platform that I love about the platform that I use is that it allows you to create courses in a very strategic way. It allows you to create funnels in a very strategic way. And if you don't know what a funnel is, basically a funnel is the process of you getting someone to come in to what it is that you have to offer. And again, if you're not producing content, if you're not doing videos or creating podcasts or writing blogs, there's no way for you to take advantage of a funnel. So you've got to be producing content so that you can direct people to your funnel, through images, through videos, or through pictures like on Instagram or something like that. So it allows you to develop these very cool funnels. It allows you to, do free courses, which is a way to really capture people. I've got a free course on my site, stepstovoiceoversuccess.com, which shows people how to start, build, and grow a successful voiceover career. It's a relatively short course, probably under an hour, but it's a couple different sections to it, but it's free. And that's why in less than a year, I have approaching 2,000 people as far as membership goes on my own personal website in less than a year. And it's also the reason why I made close to 6 figures just in coaching last year in 2018. So Coaching is a really viable source, but you've got to be good at it. You've got to know what you're talking about, and you've got to give good information. Because if you're not giving good information, no one's going to want to hear what it is that you have to say. So it allows you, this platform that I use allows you to do all these great things. I can make as many courses as I want. You can set your fee for it. And, as far as how much you want to charge for the course, you can make it as long or short as you want. You can have a couple different sections. It allows you to link up your PayPal account, a Stripe account, basically so that you can take payments, and they look so professional. The websites look professional. Excuse me. Now, if you want to see how great websites look, the best website that I've developed on this platform is steps2voiceoversuccess.com. That website is going to show you the power of what it is that I'm talking about. If you want to see what I'm talking about, go to steps2voiceoversuccess.com. steps2voiceoversuccess.com. And you can see the platform in full, in all of its glory. Also, I'm building out alignwithyourpurpose.co on that same platform. And I'll be bringing you courses in the next couple of weeks on that platform, talking about business development, talking about the things that you need to know about social media, how to use things and utilize things like YouTube and podcast sites like Anchor.fm. It's such a way that you can produce income and revenue in a very strategic way, in a very professional looking way. And I have never come across a site like this. Now, it's going to be the link in the description. So you're going to have to go follow me on a podcast somewhere. If you want to get this link that I'm talking about, you need to follow me on some sort of podcast. I don't care if it's iTunes, Anchor, Spreaker, but you can see when you go to the website, alignwithyourpurpose.co, and you click on that link at the top that says live broadcast and podcast, you're going to be able to subscribe to one of my podcasts there and see these juicy links that I'm talking about. So it's going to be important that you do that. The thing about what I use, the thing about this platform, the top marketers in the world use this. We're talking about people like Charlene Johnson, Brendon Burchard. Many of you have probably heard about Brendon Burchard, Amy Porterfield, Billie Jean. You can't get away from Billie Jean on Facebook or YouTube. Billie Jean is this guy. He's kind of loud. He's kind of in your face, but I see him all the time on Facebook and YouTube. So you've got, like I said, Charlene Johnson, Brendon Burchard, who's an amazing online marketer for over the past more than a decade and makes a tremendous amount of money. You've got Amy Porterfield, Billie Jean, who else? Casey Ho, James Wedmore. Some of the top marketers in the world use this platform, and yours truly uses this platform for all of my websites. You've got alignwithyourpurpose.co. You've got earlhallstudio.com, and you've got my biggest site, which is steps2voiceoversuccess.com. And when you dig in and start really understanding that you can really make some good money in the coaching space if you use the proper tools, if you've got the right personality for it, if you are a go-getter, it doesn't matter whether you're an extrovert or an introvert. The only thing that matters is the quality of the content that you put out. That is the only thing that matters when it comes down to doing this. So again, I want all of you guys, if you want to know what I'm using for my backbone as my coaching site, you got to subscribe to one of my podcasts, and you can see the links that are going to be in there. They're all my affiliate links. I've got a lot of different things going on out here, and all of these links that I'm going to share with you are going to be things that are going to help you build not only your business, but if you want to start a coaching practice, it's going to help you too. So again, go to the website, alignwithyourpurpose.co, click on the link at the top that says live broadcast and podcast. Subscribe to anywhere you want. It doesn't matter the podcast. All the podcasts are going to have the links available in them. So look, I want to thank you guys for being here with me today. This has been fun for me. I love sharing information like this. So again, go to alignwithyourpurpose.co. Follow me on a podcast there. Your favorite podcast site. I know most of you are on iTunes. That's cool. Go ahead and subscribe to me right on iTunes as well. You guys have an awesome and amazing day, and I will see you guys back here on tomorrow. Love you guys so much. See you soon. Bye now. Okay, guys, we are off